So I decided to purchase your course, and within your course, you mentioned that you talk about time and how much hours we got in a week, and so that sort of resonated with me. Like, and currently now I'm at I think either 7 or 8 ATMs in locations, and then I got one ATM just in my garage for mobile events that I'm doing right now.
Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page, and I'm here with Ernie today, and we're doing an interview just talking about who Ernie is and how he found us. And without further ado, introduce yourself.
My name's Ernie. Well, my real name's Ernesto, but everyone calls me Ernie.
Can you give me a quick background of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm a truck driver. I'm actually currently at work. I'm parked here on the side of the interstate on the off-ramp, and that's what I do as a daytime job. I drive trucks, and I also pick up scooters. That's one of my side hustles I do, and I'm in the ATM business.
I like it. Can you take me back to the time before you enrolled in the course, and what did that look like before you started in the ATM business?
Yeah, so before I started in the ATM business, I was an over-the-road truck driver, and I was also picking up scooters on my free time whenever I was at home. And I bought my first ATM, and I had that one ATM for a while, for like 6 months before I decided to purchase your course. And I was trying to get into more locations, but I think there was two things stopping me. Like, one thing was I was over the road, and I didn't really have a lot of time at home to be able to walk into businesses and allocate more time into the ATM business. And so I decided to purchase your course. And within your course, you mentioned that you talk about time and how much hours we got in a week. And so that sort of resonated with me. Like, maybe I should get off the road and be home every day. I'm still a truck driver. I'm home every day now. And that's actually a big thing. I've been able to allocate way more time into the ATM business just being home every day. And so now I'm able to follow up with these businesses after I get off work Monday through Friday. And currently now I'm at, I think either 7 or 8 ATMs in locations. And I got one ATM just in my garage for mobile events that I'm doing right now.
So what did you try in the past before you decided to get an ATM business? Was there other business opportunities that you were trying?
A while ago, I was delivering food on Postmates. And then whenever I picked up this one order, it was like kind of a big order. It was like 3 really heavy bags of food, and then like a cup, like a to-go cup of some juice or something from this Thai restaurant. Like, the order was like $100 order, and I got tipped like $2, and the amount Postmates was paying me was like $3. So it was like I made $5 off that. But whenever I picked up that order, there was like a manager or employee at this Thai place. I helped me carry the food to my pickup truck, and this person told me about picking up scooters in my city, and he saw that I had a pickup truck, and that vehicle was pretty well suited for it. So yeah, that's how I got into delivering food. Yeah.
So why did you enroll in the course? I know you said you had an ATM, and then you enrolled in the course.
Well, I was watching your videos, and I thought that you were like providing some pretty great information. And if I could buy your course and get like access to you and ask you questions directly about like my unique situation I got going on, then I think you could lead me into, like, steer me in the right direction. And I think that's what you have been doing.
Okay. What challenges did you experience in starting your ATM business?
The hardest thing for me was finding locations.
How have you been able to overcome those challenges right now with finding locations?
Getting used to getting like declined by business owners. Yeah. I've been just basically putting my boots on the ground and just going to different businesses that I think have got potential, like, to do well. Like, if I place an ATM in there, I think it's got the potential to do well, but I definitely get turned down like a lot.
Yeah, that's part of the business, unfortunately. What have you realized you're going through the process of the ATM business?
There's a lot of work up front, and you gotta be willing to put in that work in time. Like, there's some time commitment to it too. Just walking to these businesses and talking to them. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to installing the machine, like physically, it's a little bit labor intensive. I get a little sweaty in there drilling the holes, and you gotta be willing to walk away from the deal. Like, I've come across like several places that want to take 50% away Like if it's my machine and my money and I'm the one maintaining it, for them to take 50%, that's kind of a lot.
So what's your favorite part of the program so far?
Being able to schedule Zoom call meetings with you.
Okay.
So I can ask you questions directly. Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Maybe just having access to somebody with a lot of knowledge, right? So then you can always, if you're not sure about a situation, you have somebody to help, right? So.
Exactly.
In what way has your business changed as a result of enrolling in the program? So when you started, you had one ATM. How has your business got is different, better?
Well, now I've got more locations, but I've also had to pull some locations out and recognize that those locations aren't doing well and place them into different locations that are now performing better. And I still have some few ATMs that are in locations not doing well. Like I'm about to pull one out soon, like next week, and place it into another location that will potentially do better.
Would you say that, so in the ATM business, I mean, you're realizing that, you know what, it's just not about placing the ATM, but we got to make the money. So then you're changing and you're taking out those ATMs that aren't performing and you're putting them into different locations, right? So it's not just a one and done, but you're realizing the business ebbs and flows and it continues to evolve.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably the worst part of the ATM business to me is taking that machine out, because I created a relationship with a business owner. And I'm cool with the business owner, and then I gotta break away from them, and then I don't know, to me that part kind of sucks.
Yeah, no, I agree. But sometimes those performers don't do well, and then what also happens is you create that relationship because you're a relationship guy. And you know what? Sometimes those business owners, and it's happened before, we've done exactly what you did. We put an ATM, it doesn't work out, and then what'll happen is that business owner will remember, hey, you know what? I opened up another store. I know it didn't work out, but I like what you did. And then they call us back and we go in, and a lot of times that location works out because maybe the first one didn't because of whatever. Maybe the store was too small. It wasn't the right neighborhood. It wasn't, but they remembered that and then they moved and they called us back. So you're not there yet, but that does happen. What are the effects that it had, buying the course and getting in the business? What has changed in your life right now?
Probably my mindset about these courses. I was very skeptical buying your course, Phil.
Okay.
But in any course, but just watching your YouTube videos, I thought you provide great knowledge, and so I was willing to buy the course and risk it for the biscuit, I guess.
Hopefully it's worked out. I'd say, okay, so what was it like to work with me? What did you like about it? Or maybe you didn't like anything about it. I don't know.
No, I like working with you and your team. You got team backing you up. John, he's able to help me program the ATMs, and then I'll talk to Carla, and I'll give her the information for these locations, their bank accounts, EIN numbers, and all that.
Right.
And she's able to send me back the info I need to program that machine and whatnot.
Okay. How was the customer service with our team? Now I'm going to put them on the spot. Do they treat you good?
Yeah, they treat me very well, and because I've tried programming recently this one ATM with a different company, and they provided me a great deal on the machine, but the service wasn't on par. Their service level was a little bit lower than PDQ's.
Okay, so if you're talking to somebody on the fence that are rolling the course, what would you tell them?
I would just be hey man, it's up to you. Me personally, I'm skeptical about purchasing courses, but this course worked out for me. It might work out for you.
So what would your message be to aspiring ATM business owners who would like to give this business a try? They're thinking about, in other words, they're thinking about getting into the business, but they're not sure. What would you tell other ATM potential business owners?
I would say go for it. The worst that could happen is, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that could happen, but the price of the machine, the price to get into the business, it really isn't that much. You got your ATM, $2,200 to $2,500 plus the cash in the machine, which you suggest at least $3,000 in there. And so that's like
5,000, 6,000. Right. Yeah. It's not a big entry to take. And what I always try to tell people is, look, I mean, you got the cost of the machine, you got the cost of the cash. So let's call it 6,000 all in, including coaching. So if it doesn't work out, take your 3,000 of cash. That's down to 3. sell your ATM for, you're going to get at least 2,000 back for it. So now you're in your whole adventure into it for $1,000. You're going to get everything back if it doesn't work. If you say that didn't work out for me. So it's a minimum investment to try to, move the needle in your income every month.
True. Well, but there is a very small chance that maybe they place that ATM and that ATM gets vandalized and like damaged, and then they won't be able to sell it.
Yeah.
But they still got that 3,000 cash. So
there is that chance, and I'm not denying that it's not a possibility from time to time that could happen. Now, how many ATMs you said you're up to now?
I've got 8 machines, and then I've got one that's in my garage that I'm using as for mobile events.
For mobile events, and we're coming up upon mobile season. And I know you were looking at doing one last week. It wasn't, you were talking to me about it, or you talked to John about it. There wasn't a whole lot of people, I believe, but I wanted you to do it to get your feet wet about how to move the machine, how to put it in. How did that go? What was that? You did it last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It only made me I think $31 or something for like a 4-hour event, but it wasn't that difficult. And I don't even think I set it up that great, because I didn't secure it to anything, but I was there the entire event. For most of the event, I was just in my truck sleeping. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it went pretty smooth. I would like to see more people at that event, because I'm planning on attending every single farmer market they got. It'll be every other Saturday, I think, for like a total of 16 events maybe,
right?
Or 12 or something like that. But I've got another one coming up too that's going to be a motorcycle rally, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited, very pumped about that mobile event.
So the farmers market, so we've done a couple farmers markets, and what I've done exactly, because what the challenge is, they're usually like every week and they're for 4 hours, is to try to figure out a way to secure an ATM somewhere. And then that way it's the transportation of going and putting it in, and that is a bit of a problem. But what they did is, the people who host that farmers market, they actually do a 4th of July celebration, and it's our biggest event of the year. So that little farmers market that you made like it's $31, that turned into an ATM event that we do 2,000 transactions. We make $5 a transaction because of that farmers market that we did. So they do a 3-day festival, and that it makes a nice little deal for us. So now I'm thinking, I don't want to do the farmers market. I just want to do the big event, but I got to keep doing the farmers market. But it's a nice event. All right, Ernie. Well, hey, thank you very much for jumping on a call with us and telling the people all about you and helping me out. I appreciate it. And to you guys at home, thank you very, very much. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.